Good morning, everybody, and this is your Forex day trade setups for today. So starting off with Euro USD as usual, and if we just have a look at the daily here, we are a little bit overstretched, we are overbought. Kind of looks like there's a little bit of structure that has formed here, but I'm not entirely convinced. So if you just have a look at that on the 8 hour, you can see there it is fairly clearly. Looks like a wedge break, retest of the wedge. But if I look at the oscillators at the moment, that's not really lining up with that feeling. Look at the diversions here and versus this. So I think it's more a case of that. So with that in mind, drill down to the hour, we'll see a couple of things transpiring here. So last week was pretty much all over the place, big up, big down. We stayed above the 155 for most of the week, and then we have kind of broken through here. So I would argue, let's just get rid of the noise, that we are probably looking at this area here at 108,656 as our line in the sand. There is a lot of data coming out this week, and there is some big earnings coming as well for the indexes, but there is global data coming out this week where pretty much all the big financial regions are releasing data. So I have a feeling that we're probably just going to hover around here until some of that data starts dropping. So this, to me, I would be looking at 108,656. And then also I'd want to see a crossover of these moving averages for a move up. Alternatively, I'd want to see a break, a retest of this area and rejection before getting in on this. So, and looking at the oscillators, that's kind of what we need to be taking. But for as long as we're in between the moving averages here, this is a sit on hands. Moving across to US dollar, Japanese yen. Kind of the same scenario here. You can see how we are ranging in a fairly tight range. Trend is down. There is our level, which is the swing low here, and you can see Thursday and Friday we basically banged our head against that all week, so it's 13600. Not entirely convinced we want to be going off there. Probably better off looking for a break and retest of 129,568 before looking for a continuation to the downside. Trend is down. It's a very, very strong downtrend here on the 8 hour. And if you look at the 1 hour, there is no reason to be jumping in on this at all. Moving averages are flat. We're all over the place. Those are your two levels that you need to pay attention to. Until we get through one of those levels, this is also a sit on hands. Moving on to British pound, Japanese yen. And our inverse head and shoulders here is still very much in play. We did get above it here. We formed another head, and we're sort of playing with this 161.204 area. Now if we drop down to the hour, you'll see not much going on. We are in an upward trend. We are above the 155, so you probably be wise, and I'm just going to pick up this structure here from Friday. There was a little bit of a gap there it's a daily gap or weekly gap, and that is at 169.59. So get back there, look for a retest, could be a move up, but as I said, there's so much data coming out. I think I would rather just sit quietly on the sides today and just wait for some structure and then some direction. Looking at the oscillators, could be another bigger move down, and I would take it to something like that. So back into the moving averages here and pick up a level lower down, which is more than likely something like that. This swing high broke, tested, broke, didn't test it again. So that would be another logical area, 167.70. But again, for Forex, I think it is wise to just sit quietly and wait for the structure to come to you. Moving on to Euro, British pound. Pretty much up and down last week. I think if you look at this on the weekly, you're going to see a big weekly pin bar inside a weekly engulfing bar. The only positiveness here that we have is that we've got a crossover of the moving averages here. So I suspect we are probably heading down to test some structure. I just want to get these in. Something like that. Now, if you come to the 8 hour and you have a look at this, you'll see there's our two levels to the downside. So obviously this is a retest of that low, which is 087232, and then I have 086775 as a potential retest as well. So we get down to the hour, you'll see fairly strong downtrend over the last 3 days. So that's Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Friday was a big retest of nothing, to be honest. It was up here in the moving averages and then bounced to the downside again. A big up, big down. My view at the moment is fine tune. If you don't fine tune, just add that in. And then there's one little one as well. Okay, it's that swing high there. So I'd be looking for a retest of 087862 or 087851. If I can get a retest up there, I'd be looking for a move down, and I just want to see if there's a gap here. It does look rather gappy. Nope, nothing that stands out. Okay, and then just on the 15-minute here, you can see there is another bit of structure here, probably there, and that's what we've tested already. So I'll do that. So this could also be a opportunity. So 087772. Alternatively, you're looking for this area here of 087827 for a rejection there. So keep this pair in the back of your mind. There is opportunity here, but again, bear in mind there is so much data coming out that we would probably be wise to just wait for some of the data to come out before we can get a clear picture of what direction we're going to head in. So for me today, Forex is really a clear sit on hands. I'm not going to get myself dirty here. Let's just wait and see what today brings, and then you should get sort of a direction brewing for the rest of the week. And best thing to do is, if you don't know where to find data, go to investing.com and go look for the economic calendar. But you can use Yahoo Finance, you can use pretty much anything. Just Google economic calendar and you will find what is happening this week. And so I'm just getting it up for you quickly. So we start on Tuesday in Asia and Germany, and then we've got the USA on Tuesday as well. We've got Wednesday Asia again, then we have Germany again, we have Eurozone CPI, we've got the the USA coming out with ISM employment data. Then you have Thursday, the normal Thursday data, plus interest rates in Britain, Europe. You've got jobless claims in the US. You've got a lot of the bankers talking, and then Friday, obviously, you've got non-farm payrolls together with PMI in the UK and etc. etc. So really, from tomorrow onwards, we start getting the data releases coming out, and that's what's going to create the volatility for you. Anyway, hope that helps, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow morning. Cheers for now.